There is so much to still unpack from what we experienced during COVID. And this is just one subset, which is mothers, both new mothers, experienced mothers, mothers from different social economic backgrounds, mothers with a partner in the house, mothers without. We get such a variety and profound understanding of the universal struggle that so many caretakers experience during that time of intense isolation. And I loved how candid the women were able to be, particularly about how much, yes, they love their loved ones, but how loving someone and have to constantly spending all that time together does not always mean a good thing, even if it's your children. And I love that they were able to get that message across without any misunderstanding. Of course, they love their children, they love their spouses, but there was something in them that they weren't going to let die. And it's great to see that they didn't.
Being completely stuck with your kids, not being able to drop them off at school or childcare or with your parents must have been awful. But these three women took it in stride. They were so strong and resilient, especially Oriana, having just lost her husband, being stuck at home with her three children, just hearing her story and how she came out of it, almost like seeing it as a blessing, seeing it as something that improved her parenting and brought her closer to her children was just amazing to hear from her, especially, and all that she accomplished during that time, as well as getting her real estate license and keeping her three children alive, of course, was just so cool. And then hearing from Tamara and Kamel and how they literally had to give birth during the pandemic and how different that was of an experience compared to what women are usually used to, being without supporters in the labor and delivery room, being without the usual help, baby showers, everything. Being without your village must have been so hard, and hearing from them was really cool as well.
We heard about a lot of struggles that families went through, that parents went through, but I think one of the ones that we didn't necessarily hear as much about was kind of this giving birth during the pandemic, this how to be a single parent during the pandemic, and how to go from needing your support system, needing people to be around you, and preparing when when you're talking about getting pregnant with your partner, your husband, your wife, and then to suddenly not have any of those kind of integral supports to your day-to-day life is debilitating. And I think we heard a lot about how parents struggled with trying to work and have their kids learn from home and screen time generally, and trying to kind of temper kids' energy and having them not go stir crazy, and missing the vital parts of socialization that they would get in school and in activities, and to all of a sudden have none of that, and to try and learn and master facilitating online school, plus doing whatever you do for work, plus, all of these other things of generally taking care of your family. So I really loved this. I thought that this perspective was really, really wonderful, because I feel like it wasn't one that we really heard about during the pandemic. We heard about parts of that, but we didn't really hear about the struggle with doctor's visits and who's allowed in the room with you, and the terror of having this newborn baby with basically no immune system because they're so new, and dealing with a global pandemic.
A different angle on the whole COVID situation. I was familiar with my experience being stuck in this room, but I never thought about what it's like for mothers, especially because my mom, I was grown, my sister was grown, my mom had my dad, so they were just in the house. It was chill. We were very fortunate, we were very blessed, but not everybody had that, and this told those people's stories in a emotional, moving way, that had me invested. That you know, gave me a new understanding. And um, shout out to all the moms out there, whether and especially if you're a mom in a you know difficult, non-traditional situation, like if your partner's not there with you or whatever the situation may be. Like, motherhood is hard even in the best situations, and then you add other struggles on top of that, and then you add COVID on top of that. I don't know how they do it. They're heroes. So
I thought this documentary was actually pretty smart and engaging, allowing viewers from all over to witness the downs and the ups with these certain individuals over the course of lockdown, and how their lives were completely shaken and changed for the better in a sense. I love how this documentary allows viewers to see these mothers in their natural elements and allow us to fully understand what they've gone through during the lockdown period while either being pregnant or falling pregnant during the course. It's also an inspiring story to many who maybe struggled in life, and having the story be out there, it allows them to understand that anything really is possible and that one should never really give up, even if life says that you should.